you was born ready, you should be ready. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an exciting event, and if people come on.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
There ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
You're not even entertaining the catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
After Floyd Mayweather warns Crawford over shocked Gervonta Davis monster training for Crawford, things heat up fast. Floyd's warning comes after seeing Tank's terrifying workouts. But Crawford stands firm, confident he can beat the monster everyone else fears.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude. You know?
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
Yeah, I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality.
That's the raw mindset Floyd was warning about. Tank's not just training like a fighter, he's training like a man who wants to send a message. This isn't a sparring session for him, it's a street war. Crawford might have confidence, but Tank's words show pure aggression, built from the grind and hunger of his roots. When he says he's ready to pick someone up and throw them, that's not talk. That's a threat shaped in discipline.
Cause I'm from the hood. Like, that's just say if I'm fighting right now on the street, I'm not gonna just straight box you. I'm gonna swing and then I'm gonna pick you up.
Floyd stands firm. Defending his protege, he reminds everyone that Tank Davis deserves recognition not just for his power, but his dominance. Even in a room full of champions, Floyd insists Tank's name belongs among the elites, a statement that quietly shakes Crawford's confidence.
When is Gervonta Davis going to go somewhere in the power for power? Anui deserve to be in the power for power? Absolutely. Do Terence Crawford deserve to be in the power for power? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Davis? He deserved to be somewhere also in the power for power.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
But soon, words turn into actions, and Tank's training begins to tell the story. This is the moment that shook the boxing world. Gervonta's monster training. Every punch, every roar, every second in that gym looked like a message to Crawford. I'm coming for you. It wasn't arrogance, it was preparation, a storm forming behind Floyd's warning. Even Crawford acknowledges Tank's intelligence and power, a rare respect from a rival. He admits Tank is the most dangerous among them, hinting that even he sees the threat beneath Floyd's warning. It's no longer talk, it's two apex predators circling the same jungle.
One thing I can say about Tank is he's smart. He can box and he's explosive. I see that being Shakur's toughest fight because of the power.
Who the most powerful out of them three?
Tank, hands down.
Okay.
Everybody know Tank punching.
Crawford sounds confident, almost dismissive. He believes Tank isn't mentally ready for a war with him or Shakur, but deep down, that calm tone hides a brewing tension, the kind Floyd warned about. Tank's coming, and Crawford's pride might just invite the storm.
You know, unification, right? I know we last talked Big Bro first to Tank, right? And then, or is it?
Whoever. I told Tank. Tank know what's up. You know what I mean? He know what he up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn. You know what I mean? He want to fight these guys that everybody in the world know they ain't gonna give him no fight. They not mentally there, you know what I mean? They might have a little skills.
Stephen A. Smith steps in to draw a line. Greatness isn't a spectacle, it's earned. His words echo Floyd's mindset. Legends should only face those worthy of them. In this light, Tank versus Crawford isn't just hype, it's a battle for boxing's throne.
When you're that great and you're that elite, no one deserves, not just anyone deserves to be in a ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky 3, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt, who that was his name, or Hulk Hogan, okay? This is
Teofimo Lopez brings a balanced voice amid all the noise, while Floyd warns Crawford and Tank's training shocks the internet. Lopez sees it as entertainment, a matchup built to excite fans and reignite boxing's fire. But beneath that fun for the sport attitude lies a deeper truth. Even an exhibition involving Tank carries danger. When a fighter trains like a monster, entertainment can turn violent fast. Floyd knows that Crawford should too.
Jake Paul, Tank. What do you think of that fight? Are you happy for Tank?
Great fight, great matchup. It's fun for the sport of boxing. It makes it fun, it makes it entertaining. That's what it's all about, and may the best man win. It's an exhibition regardless, it doesn't count.
Michael Bisping calls it out directly. Jake Paul's size is no joke. The weight difference alone turns this supposed exhibition into a risky stunt. But here's the twist. Tank doesn't care. The same intensity Floyd warned about is now being tested against sheer mass. To many, it looks reckless. To Tank, it's just another mountain to climb. Bisping's tone mirrors Mayweather's concern. Strength means nothing without smart strategy, and the monster in the gym might soon face a giant in the ring.
Jake Paul, I think when he weighed in for Mike Tyson, was 227 pounds. That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference. Almost a 100-pound weight difference. It's insane. That is called one thing. That's called being a bully.
Jeff Mayweather's voice cuts through the hype. He sounds concerned, not about Tank's skills, but the logic behind the matchup. The size gap is dangerous. The risk is unnecessary. But this is what Floyd's warning was all about. Tank's hunger sometimes overshadows reason. Even Jeff, who's seen every kind of fighter, questions the decision. The exhibition label can't hide the reality. One wrong punch could end a legacy. Still, Tank's pride keeps pushing him forward.
It's kind of weird, because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank. And but with it being a exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's gonna be fighting. But it really makes no sense because he's gonna be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's gonna probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
Tim Bradley strips away the emotion. For him, it's about money and legacy. He sees Tank's potential fight as a business move, not a war. But that's exactly what Floyd fears. When money takes over the mindset, discipline fades. Tank's monster phase is built on destruction, not dollar signs. Bradley's words remind us that every fighter has a price, but only a few have principles. Floyd's warning now sounds prophetic. Once pride and paydays mix, chaos follows.
Action sport, I'm sure he wants to go out and face, guys like Garcia, you know what I mean? I'm sure he would want to get in the ring with Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying? Because that's money. So, look, man, he trying to get the bag and get on out with his wits and be happy.
Timothy Bradley versus Jake Paul, would you take it?
No, I wouldn't.
Not for 50 million?
Jake Paul, baby.
Lamont Roach Sr. speaks like a realist. In boxing, timing is everything, and waiting too long kills momentum. His mindset mirrors the urgency behind Floyd's warning to Crawford. The sport doesn't stop. Legends either adapt or fade. While others talk about fantasy fights, Roach focuses on progress. The difference between staying hungry and being distracted defines greatness. It's the same line Tank and Crawford now walk, one chasing power, the other chasing respect, both racing against time.
Like, that's the fight we won, and I think that's the fight the fans want, such after a great fight like that. Everybody's looking forward to the second bout, but unfortunately, things ain't lining up as planned, so we just can't sit around and wait. We gotta move forward and continue.
Crawford speaks with brutal honesty, not out of doubt, but wisdom. His words carry the weight of experience, echoing Mayweather's warning. He knows what it means when raw power meets smaller skill. In the ring, weight isn't just a number, it's survival. Tank's heart might be huge, but Jake's size could turn every exchange into danger. Crawford's calm tone hides that tension. He's seen greats fall because they ignored limits. And when he says one punch and it's over, it's not exaggeration, it's truth spoken from a champion who's lived through those moments. It's less of a prediction and more of a silent warning. Beware the monster you underestimate.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, they just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over with.
Dana White doesn't sugarcoat, he cuts straight through the smoke. His logic is raw, his tone practical. He respects Tank's skill, but he knows physics never loses. When giants lean on smaller fighters, the ring becomes a trap. Even with his knockout power, Tank would be wrestling gravity itself. Dana's point hits home. The sport's beauty lies in balance, and this matchup defies it. It's not hate, it's realism. And when he mentions Floyd's bomb landing clean but doing little, it highlights what Crawford and Mayweather have been saying all along. No amount of talent can cancel out 100 pounds of difference.
Is the burnt bridge with my brother unfixable?
I don't hate your brother. You guys need to fight guys your f***ing same size. When you fought Floyd, you are massive. He did hit you with a fucking bomb, and you fucking ate it. He's gonna fight Gervonta Davis. Who do you got? Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than Floyd, but he's too small. Your brother's gonna be able to get inside on him, put his weight on him, tie him up.
I hear your critique on fighting guys the same size as you. Is that why you guys wouldn't let me fight Conor?
Yeah, you're fucking huge. Conor weighs 145 pounds, 155 pounds.
Yeah, but he says he can beat me.
Shakur Stevenson enters with fire and ego, but it's more than pride. It's challenge. He's calling Tank out for chasing spectacle over legacy. His tone is sharp, his words layered with both warning and provocation. In his eyes, Tank's monster training isn't bravery, it's distraction. Shakur reminds everyone that real danger still lies within the division. "Fight me, not Jake," he says between the lines. He questions Tank's focus, implying that pride might cost him everything. It's another echo of Mayweather's original warning. Power fades when the mind strays from purpose. And as Shakur speaks, the tension rises. Is Tank chasing greatness or walking into a storm built by his own choices?
Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter.
Here, Shakur Stevenson's tone shifts from challenge to confidence, but not arrogance. His earlier fire cools into a sharp, matter-of-fact perspective. He isn't shocked at Tank's choices anymore. He's analyzing them like a technician. Shakur's respect for Tank's skill is clear. He sees the talent, the precision, and the instincts that define a true ring general. Yet, beneath that calm voice lies subtle tension. Shakur knows Tank's greatest enemy might not be Jake Paul or anyone else, but the pressure to prove himself. His prediction that Tank would outbox Jake easily isn't blind praise. It's a test of focus, because even monsters can fall when pride clouds judgment. The same pride Floyd warned Crawford about, and the same fire that's pushing Tank beyond logic. Shakur may not be shocked, but the boxing world still holds its breath, waiting to see if confidence turns into catastrophe, or if Tank really is the unstoppable force Mayweather once believed in.
I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way you could, any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
No way.
Nope.
And now, as the noise fades and the opinions rest, the story circles back to where it began, with Floyd Mayweather's warning echoing through the boxing world like prophecy. He saw it before anyone else did. The danger, the pride, the hunger that could either make Tank Davis a legend or break him completely. Gervonta's monster training isn't just physical, it's psychological warfare. Every punch he throws, every stare he gives, feels like a message to those who doubt him, to Crawford, to Shakur, even to Floyd himself. But in chasing that dominance, Tank walks a line so thin it's almost invisible, because history's greatest fighters weren't just defined by power, they were defined by restraint, timing, and knowing when not to fight. Mayweather's warning wasn't weakness, it was wisdom, born from surviving those same wars. Crawford's calm response, Dana's logic, and Shakur's fire all orbit around one truth. Tank is walking into something unpredictable, something bigger than boxing. And maybe that's what makes this story so captivating, the possibility that we're witnessing a new era being born, or a downfall being written in real time. Either way, one thing is clear, when that bell rings, the world will be watching. So what do you think, is Tank's monster training his greatest weapon or his biggest mistake? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this war is far from over.